All right, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing kabuki mono will end up being the main focus of this paper. Ugh, if only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about him, this seems like the kind of thing he'd know about.
Oh, you're the traveler, you say?
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma. This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started examining the evidence. Sorry.
So what? For the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kind of lacking. Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatarasuna?
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it and wanted to learn more.
I see. My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatarasuna's past. But who'd have thought that...
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about Tatarasuna.
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive for a first read?
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay draft.
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatarasuna. The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine blade. But in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Well, no one knows. Apart from the swordmaker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a kabuki mono. This seems to be an Inazuman word for an eccentric stranger, someone who dresses funny or acts in an unusual way.
That's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This kabuki mono lived in Tatarasuna for a while before disappearing without a trace. And shortly afterwards, as Akaba mentioned, things got pretty ugly.
So first the strange person goes missing, then a murder happens? Seems kind of fishy to Paimon.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And wow! Did I get lucky!
Stop shouting!
This part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out. It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the Government Records Office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago. Even back then, Tatarasuna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems like he went missing too.
Wait, so there are two missing people in the story now?
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah, like Ishin art and so on?
Wow, yes, you really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So basically, this Niwa was a distant relative of the Kaidahara clan, the last practitioners of Ishin art. Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but taken in light of everything else going on around that time, it makes you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
The Kaihara clan?
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be blown.
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabukimono was not a human, but a puppet.
A puppet?
Aha! Judging by the looks on your faces, you do know something.
No! Paimon just meant...
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon...
Oh, and please read my essay draft as well. Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but I think essays should be grounded in facts. I don't think how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series.
Wait! You're not just...
Akaba, look, your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Whatever information we have now is all besides. If there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting...
Good point. Okay.
We have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to say...
All right, thank you. If you find out any more info about all this, please do let me know.
Hey, so that thing they were talking about, it has to do with the ballad. Okay, then even if after all we kicked his butt and got him locked up, information about people like that is usually super confidential, isn't it? If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in... Hey! Did you see that? He literally just went by! Over there! It looked like... The volunteer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up! Oh, quick, let's catch up and see! Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida! Bad news. We just saw the balladeer strolling to the escaper.
Sure enough, you're here.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Sursana? I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain. It was my idea to set the balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's... A deal? You sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about. But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to...
So if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. But Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him try.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between... As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the balladeer.
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal with the dog.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that. The balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts plus. He's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Futui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Futui play. Wait a second. Former? You mean he's not a harbinger anymore? I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that well, if the Futui are going to reevaluate my utility, I need to have a...
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear. Don't you? And they're your friends.
Yeah, obviously! Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
All right. Then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch. Nahida, are you? Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So you have an... You may remember me mentioning that the Futui had not included your twins' details in the Descender category. It's possible that the Futui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the balladeer used to be one of them, he was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it, so I asked the balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this. Exactly! Or what if Paimon just doesn't trust him? He's treated us as enemies every time we run into him. I understand. But sometimes everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner as Sumeru's deity. It is my if this deal with the balladeer can give you the answers you... It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero. Paimon's still worried about this idea. Is there anything we can do to help? I was going to contact you about... In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the balladeer on my behalf, even though he only has a fraction of his full power left. That's still a fraction of a former harbinger. If you could, of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside. Great. Great. Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport you. Wow. It looks pretty different here compared to last time. The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company.
Shut your beak, jailbird. No way a prisoner gets to be...
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards. But right now...
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. You must put aside your differences, and I know there are many grievances between you on both sides. Let's call it truce.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are gonna per my agreement with less...
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more...
If there are no further objections, I suggest we get... Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Snark on the sky.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Is this a small sapling? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him. Wow. So this is the inside of Irminsul. Ooh. Paimon's never seen anything like
Irminsul
this.
is closely intertwined with the entirety of Teyvat. Every bit of information flowing here means something. Pick your jaws up off the floor.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything he's...
Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted.
Let's go. Stay close. Don't go running off.
So we did go running off in here. What are you smirking?
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got locked. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe,
These sapling things have spread out.
those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
It looks the same in every direction. No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth. Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie. But this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little? We're here.
What a huge tree!
Lesser Lord Kusanal.
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
Ready when you
Are
are.
you ready?
Ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. The Balladeer's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must. The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all,
Will do.
make sure to.
Will do.
For once, we're the ones with Traveler. Paimon, would you like to? Yes, I've also invited Paimon to join. What? We can talk to each other inside our heads? That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this. Paimon's never tried this before. This is great. Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladeer's a bit of a walking contradiction? As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand. Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some. Well done. Smart and attentive as all. So you made contact with that part of his mind. It's Paimon's had nothing to get under that guy's skin. Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet. Speaking of puppets, if you mean the mysterious. Really? Because. So the gas
Must be a riveting. Don't insult me. Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation. Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing to. Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either.
You know about that.
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you. Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage. Huh?
This light. Similar to those saplings.
Anonymous data.
Don't you forget the agreement. You have to.
Just wait.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara Suna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well...
It's...
Whoa!
I have been in Tatara Suna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and under your leadership, Tatara Suna is a warm, welcoming place, like a giant village. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatara Suna, it was the forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise skills, blood, dreams.
Were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it even now.
You flatter me. You flatter me.
So you say, Escher.
My good sir. I
tried to resist thinking it was all connected. Because I didn't want to speculate. I didn't want to believe that things could turn out. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke. Mounting production problems. Worker fatigue and casualties are up. And recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside. But still, none of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does. Otherwise, why would you still... Otherwise, why would you still...
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. But Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torachiyo, the yokai struck down by the Shogun's own hand.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine. Are you sure you're not a little overqualified?
Mr. Niwa. Why, Mr. Niwa? Are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat?
I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. What about you? But what about you?
Judging from the look in your eyes.
Drop the act.
You don't seem to
drop the act. We're past that now. Whoever you are, it looks like your plan to destroy Tatarasuna has worked. I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers by now?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment. A moment like this. Where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
You.
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for. I thought I'd disguise myself exceptionally well. At least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your... It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an... And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity. And what I seek in Tatarasuna.
If you kill me, there's no one who can get inside the furnace.
Oh, but you're quite wrong, person. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet. You're a human. You're just missing.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out. But this makes no sense. What are you...
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which I have in abundance. This is all part of a care. If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity. I'm a Fatui Harbinger. Call me...
Fatui?
Just to create a minor inconvenience.
That's why you cursed techno gave us your cursed techno.
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom. My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe and keeping the truth from the outside. It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil. Make no mistake. Even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead. What other reason would a human have for befriending one who is not of our kind?
If you give my heart, tell him, Nagamasa,
What a beautiful way to see the world. Think of me as a monster. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet fret, Mr. Niwa? Jester, I have completed the... I'd like to...
Dottore. Good.
Was that...
Good.
The doctor? Was that... Did he... The doctor? Did he turn into his perspective? Why did we see things from his perspective?
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind.
Maybe so.
You have to admit,
Maybe so.
But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. This memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into... You know very well what that means.
Let's give him some space. Give him some space.
We need to give him
He looks really mad.
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
I'm still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. Behind it. So, but the doctor was behind it. Gotten him so worked up. Why has that gotten him so worked up?
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the kabuki mode. It was all a horrific experience of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment. The balladeer became the main test subject. After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He let the mechanic removed, but with the balladeer was stunned, he thought Niwa had...
So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim?
Yes. Only if he understands this, can you choose Only if he understands this, can you choose a new path forward.
Tatori, you brazen-faced... Tatori, you brazen-faced... Justice. Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright? Hey, you alright? That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about
scary
me?
Expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend. It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal. It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Hey, are you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
That's why we're here.
Are you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Teyvat.
Does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Don't thank me just yet. Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. You look really upset. Since Irminsul was a dead end. The reason why there are records about your sister in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was her first Destiny Plus. She only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
Responded?
The Jester told me this himself.
Responded?
The Jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria and lived with your sister for a time. I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you. Did you get all that? Lesser Lord Kusa.
Yes.
Does this info count towards my mission? Does this info count towards my mission? But was it valuable? It wasn't from Irminsul. But was it valuable?
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, good. I'll take some time for myself now.
Huh? What have you done? Huh? What have you done?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long. I shared a secret with you. And now I shared a secret with you. So in return, and now you owe me. I'd like you to answer a question for me. I'd like you to answer a question for me. Give me your hand. Can you hear my voice inside your head? Can you hear my voice inside your head? No, I can't do anything like that anymore. No, I can't do anything like that anymore. All I can do is exchange a few words with you. All I can do is exchange a few words with you. In this world, so tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past? Done. Done.
Huh? What the? What happened? What the? I not only saw you hold hands for a second. I not only saw you hold hands for a second.
Nothing. I was just thanking him for helping me. I was just thanking him for helping me. So long. I suggest you get yourselves out of here quickly. I suggest you get yourselves out of here quickly. Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again. From this day forth, the names Balladeer and from this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist. Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life. You know, I never did like insects. You know, I never did like insects. But if hordes of the puny things swarming together can be but if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything...
Balladeer! We gotta find him! Uh-oh, he disappeared! Come on, we gotta find him! Oh no, he's... Oh no, he's... Oh, Nihita!
Can you hear me? Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer.
Nihita!
What happened just now? Paimon,
It was the
Balladeer.
Balladeer's fault.
What happened just now?
It was the Balladeer's fault.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Did he achieve something beyond his abilities?
Where the heck did he go?
It's not your fault.
Don't
be.
Please, let me handle
It's not
this
your
from
fault.
here.
Even though
Please,
let me handle this from here.
Follow my lead
Even though
and get...
we're running out of time. Follow my lead and get...
We're out! And we're at...
This is an emergency.
We're out!
I'll have to ask you to stay here. This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb you. I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need.
An emergency?
If my assessment
How bad is it?
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster.
Her voice is gone.
Please.
Paimon can't shake the feeling her voice is gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something... He wants to change the past? But... He wants to change the past? But... Surely that's impossible! All that stuff happened already! You can't just rewrite history! All that stuff happened already! I mean, it's like... all the water in this inn! Imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn! Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon still have a bad... So... Why does Paimon still have a bad... Paimon's so confused! Huh? Sorry. But erasing yourself from history? But erasing yourself from history? Really possible in Irminsul? Is that really possible in Irminsul? There's no way he'll act. There's no way he'll act. There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, there's nothing we can do about it at this point. What we should do next? Hey, Have you got any ideas on what we should do next? There's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon won't be able to sleep a week tonight. Paimon's still so worried. Paimon won't be able to sleep a week tonight. So, how about list all our favorite foods to take our mind off things? List all our favorite foods to take our mind off things. Paimon's probably gonna collapse of anxiety. That doesn't work. Paimon's probably gonna collapse of anxiety here. First dish. All right, Paimon will start. First dish. Oh, and chicken mushroom skewers. Grilled fish. And chicken mushroom skewers. Tea-break pancakes. Cream stew. Sauteed matsutake. And drained chili chicken. Almond tofu. Satisfying salad. Golden shrimp. Also Adeptus Temptation. Golden shrimp balls. Triple layered consomme. Lotus seed and bird egg soup. And what are we supposed to be doing just now? What was Paimon supposed to be doing just now? Paimon was, talking? Paimon can't remember what she was talking about. Paimon suddenly can't remember what she was talking about. What was it again? The balladeer? Is that a food too? The balladeer? Is that a food too? Weird name though. What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. What's wrong? Something Paimon said? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said? So, the balladeer. Is that someone's name? The balladeer. It sounds like a nickname. Is that someone's name? 'Cause it sounds like a nickname or something. Okay, sure. Where are we going? Okay, sure. Where are we going? Is everything okay? Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay?
Of course. Go ahead. It's been a while. No. Of course. Go ahead. Now there's a question I wasn't expecting. The once renowned. Now there's a question I wasn't expecting. The once renowned Raiden Gokuden. comprised of 5 branches. By these 5 clans, the art of forging practiced by these 5 clans was first taught to them personally. Most of the great swordsmith clans of old have since fallen into decline. And for a long, but fortunately, Kaede Harakazuha recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle of the Ishin art. Now, if my memory serves me right,
They learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden then too.
my friend,
like
in fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. This was not made known to me for most of my life. I knew of those great clans' demise. All these years, but never the cause. I knew of those great clans' demise. Only recently, but never the cause. When the question was on my mind. Only recently, when the question was on my mind, did I ask Kaede Harakazuha about this. He told me that, as we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokuden, it was right that I should know the truth. But I must warn you. There is no harm in telling you, but I must warn you. It is a dark and sorrowful tale. The Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a murderous rampage by a vengeful bladesmith.
Vengeful?
400 years ago, so I'm told. 400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace. One brave swordsmith heard the commotion and chose not to flee, but he rushed to the scene, hoping to prevent a disaster. Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day. And overseeing it was the armory officer. His surname was Niwa, though he had family ties to the Kaedehara clan. Knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace. The furnace quickly stabilized, but neither of them made it out. The smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his family's fortunes. His orphan son was left to fend for himself, and grew up deeply resentful at the world. In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the all-powerless and destitute. The only legacy he had to pass on to his children, alas, was his hatred. Generation, alas. If only the story could have ended there. But 100 years ago, finally, he made a drastic decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden. In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan, which he belonged to. But when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came. That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask? Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Just yesterday, in fact. Kazuha? Why, yes. Just yesterday, in fact. My pleasure.
Don't tell Paimon. There are other places you want
My
to visit
pleasure.
too, right? Don't tell Paimon. There are other places you want to visit too, right? On to the next stop.
do you want this stuff delivered to, boss?
Up to it, Montague!
Is this an answer from this world?
This is the Yashiro Commission's headquarters. This is the Yashiro Commission's headquarters.
It's been a while.
So...
Traveler! If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I'm afraid... If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I'm afraid your timing is unfortunate.
What do you think? Are they out on business?
The Commissioner is out on...
What do you think? Shall we go in?
If it were anyone else, I couldn't allow it. But if it were anyone else, I couldn't allow it.
We'll be heading in
But
then.
seeing as you're so close with the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato...
We'll be heading in then. Thanks!
Hello, dears. Is there something you want to say? Hello, dears. Of course, is there something you want to say? What would you like to know? Of course, traveler. What would you like to know? Oh, they're both very well indeed. Lately, Miss Kamisato has been rather busy attending. As for the commissioner himself, well, you know, busy as ever.
So pretty much business as usual.
Very much so.
Well, got any more questions?
You're very well,
Well,
Miss Kamisato.
got any more questions?
Talks about you all very well. Miss Kamisato talks about you all the time. She seems so thrilled to have you as a friend. I must say,
goodbye for now.
many things in Inazuma seem...
Alright, goodbye for now. We're,
All right then.
Great! Goodbye, ma'am!
Oh,
Don't worry!
All
Are you two
right
leaving
then.
already?
Yep, everything's
Oh,
taken care of now.
are you
Don't
two
worry.
leaving already? Very well.
Yep, everything's
travels.
taken care of now.
Goodbye.
Don't worry.
Very well. Safe travels. Goodbye.
No excuse for slacking! Time to fulfill my duty! It is time to break it!
Still breathing.
Frostbite.
By royal decree.
Like frostbite.
By royal decree.
Midnight venom. I'll do it, Monday. Alley-oop!
Odds, reveal thyself.
Disappear!
It isn't time for a fight yet!
Windblade!
Nice and spicy!
No slacking off!
Do it, Manzai!
This should be fun!
Midnight Phantasma! Into the fire!
This is not the end. Hey, what gift? Hey, what gift?
One after another. By royal decree.
Windblade! Windblade!
Hands of darkness! Wings of darkness! Come, sever night from...
You! Many happy returns!
So soon!
No rest. No rest. Maybe I wasn't meant for this world. I gotta run.
Nice and spicy! Shadow Raven, let night fall! Nice and spicy! Shadow Raven, let night fall!
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
No escape!
Mein Fräulein.
I want to help. I want to help. As you wish. As you wish. Steady as stone. Steady as stone.
Leave it up to me. I missed a spot as a good night show. Stand clear. Animal test 6308. Stand clear. I'm right, man. It's the fire.
It's time for a flash.
Boba, get them!
Not breaking a sweat.
One after another. Come, one after another.
No excuse for slacking.
I must leave no stoner. Nice one.
It's time for a break. Not breaking a sweat.
Steady. Animal test 6308. Absorption test. Animal hypostasis emulation. Eat this! Not this time. No. Did I ruin everything?
Isn't time for a break yet.
Did I ruin everything?
Isn't time for a break yet.
Stand clear. As a dutiful maid would.
Not breaking a sweat.
Absorption test. Absorption test. Nice. That really hurt. Yeah. Leave it up to me. Yeah. Leave it up to me. Stand clear. Get the one after it.
Disappear!
Absorption test. Enhanced animal module 70. No stoner turned. Time to clean up.
Chill to the bone.
Stand clear. Absorption test. Yeah. Animal test 6308. Need to make adjustments. This can hurt.
With the wind! With the wind!
Where are you? Disgrace.
That's it!
I'll keep this close. Huh.